What's up guys, Go here and welcome back to day 2 of Premier League Team this season. That is right, we are here for Saturday's 6 PM content. We're going to see how good it is compared to yesterday's. Hopefully it continues on to be good for us. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like rating. Let me know down below who's been your best pack pull so far. I think I've had some of the best pack luck in this community. I have no idea how, but we're going to get into that in a second. But without further ado, let's get into 6 PM content first. And so here we go. Obviously, yesterday was a pretty good day for content. Some alright SBCs, some alright Evos. There is a running theme though in the community right now where I think a lot of people were possibly maybe expecting a little bit more. And maybe the dynamic of the game itself is more the issue. Not necessarily the content, but there's not as much hype for Team of the Season as what there used to be. So it's one of them where it is frustrating. We all do obviously want to have the best content available, but it doesn't feel like it right now. However, we're going to carry on with what we normally do. Anyway, Yuri Tillemans is getting his honourable mentions. Can play as a CDM, centre mid and cam. Some alright playstyles, incisive pass, ping pass and jockey. Overall, not a bad card considering he's free. You kind of don't mind it as well. It is 30,000 rival points that you need to get. Sorry, not rival points, rush points that you need to get. You need to win 3 games and play 5 in the mode. You also get a Premier League Team Season rush player Evo, I presume. Who knows what that actually looks like until we unlock it. We're not going to be too sure, but probably will be pretty alright. Maybe nothing too spectacular. I reckon it would probably be just a Premier League only Evo. In terms of objectives, there is nothing new for today. Which is interesting. We obviously have the daily upgrade coming back, or the daily play game, so that will give us an 83 times 5 for today. Tomorrow we get that 1500 XP. Now obviously I'm currently sat at like 16,500 XP. I can get to level 20 when I've looked at it, which is great. So obviously that will take me to level 30, so that's where a lot of people are at so far. In terms of Evos for today, I'm not actually too sure if we're meant to be getting one. Thankfully, I've started to actually complete a lot of Evos. Yes, I've got a few left over here, and we've got Sunday League Ringer expiring tomorrow at 6 PM, so make sure to start that if you do want to. But yeah, as I say, I've got quite a few Evos that I can make. Yes, there is only 4 that are free right now. That's another thing that I think a few people have been mentioning. But again, that's just down to personal opinions. I don't mind having paid Evos as long as they're good. Some of them are good, but then at the same time, I think right now with this one, it's about 500k worth of Evos available to us. It's the way EA seems to be going right now with guaranteed content. The season pass FC points, and then obviously FC points in Evos. They're probably making more money from both of them than what they are in packs. So that's why also FC point packs aren't actually really that excited anymore. Nobody's really bothered by a 91 plus guaranteed team of the season from all 3 of the team of the seasons that we just got last night. It's one of them where I think people are a bit put off. However, that's just my opinion on that. In terms of today's Evo, No Way Through is for a right back. Cannot be a centre back or a centre mid on the card. However, somebody like Trent can be a CDM. Does increase the stats quite significantly to very much a Team of the Year level card. I actually think this Trent card that I've got does work out really well for it because he already has 91 passing on him. They do get Bruiser Plus as an option of a Playstyle Plus. In terms of, I think it's only Playstyle Plus that gets added to it though. There aren't any additional ones, so it won't. Oh no, it will take it to 3rd. Can also get Jockey Plus on there as well. But overall, do we get 3 maybe? Yes, and Anticipate. Actually, this might be better on a card that doesn't have any playstyles on them already. So the likes of Diogo Dalot does actually make him fairly usable. Plus, this card could then go into another Evo to increase his passing and dribbling. Dalot might be one of the better options here, you know. I think Pedro Porro could be very good as well. Again, though, goes over that rating limit that I'd say probably isn't worth it. A base João Cancelo could actually be alright as well. I presume... Can Kyle Walker... No, Kyle Walker can't go into this because he's got centre-back this year. But some of these lower-rated cards, you might be able to sort of build a nice bit of a chain. This Munoz card, yes, he's not great, but as an 84 rated with 3 playstyle pluses, you could then build on his stats. You'll just have to see. Either way, is it worth the 75k? Probably not worth 75k if you're putting it on a card to chain, but if you're putting it on a card to make them that 93 rated, which is tots level, it probably is alright, let's be honest. In terms of SBCs for today, We've got the daily login. Obviously, as always, make sure to complete that. All the usual suspects for the upgrades have came back. And then the real question is, what have we actually got for player SBCs? Have we got anything good? We've got 84 times 5 Premier League or WSL upgrade packs. You get one of them per day, and it is 2 segments. It is an 83 and an 84. At least the 84 rated is the team of the season or team of the week. That isn't as bad. Personally, I think it's better off. I mean, if you've got loads of team of the seasons, a 91 rated in here just means that it's an 83 rated team, and one 91 rated card, and some 83s and 82s. That actually would be alright. It's probably just worth doing it for the sake of having the fodder in your club. You may as well get it done. But it's not really too spectacular as an upgrade. For today, we have Morgan Gibbs White, and we also have the EFL Young Player of the Season player pick. So, Gibbs White coming in as an alright looking card. 5-star, 4-star on him. Can play as a cam, right mid, centre mid, or right wing. So good versatility for using him in your team. Overall, actually quite a nice card. Maybe as a box-to-box even if you needed to. And that centre mid role wouldn't be too bad with that 80 defending. But definitely needs a good play style on him. An engine or hawk, just depends on where you're using him. You do also get an Anthony Elanga card for an 87 rated team. So even if you're not bothered about Gibbs White, you get Elanga for an 87 rated team. But it does mean that it is an 85 and an 87 and an 87 for Gibbs White. But technically it's just an 85 and an 87, which is reasonable. However, if you do want to be able to get this card, you do also have to complete Elanga. Now, worst case scenario, if you don't care about him, you do this 87, put him into this squad. It makes it a bit cheaper. The fact that you don't need, I don't think there was any team of the weeks or team of the seasons needed, is good. Obviously, that does help out for the grind a little bit more. Is it worth it, though? Probably not. Like, if you've got that Rodgers card for 10 wins, that is a much better card than this Gibbs White, and it's technically for free. Obviously, yes, if you can't get 10 wins, then Morgan Gibbs White is the next best option. But still, I don't think it's great for me, personally. But, again, just my opinion. We do have, obviously, the 3 team of the season cards. Everyone's going to go with Joe Bellingham. Low does look very good. For a striker to have 90 stats in everything apart from defending is quite good. Kona, I don't think anybody's really too bothered by it unless you're a Wickham fan. And then obviously Joe Bellingham, it really doesn't look great for a 90 rated card. He definitely needs to go into an Evo to make him a 90 rated card. Considering you've got a striker on the right hand side which has 90 stats in everything, you know, that sums up a 90 rated card. Bellingham has like 87, 88, 88, 91, 87, 90. That's like an 88, an 89 rated team of the season card technically, but again, not ideal. Good news is it is cheap. It is just an 82 and an 84 rated team. So worst case scenario, if you're on an account that you don't care about this card, you complete this just for purely fodder to then put into the guaranteed Premier League pack that we get later on this week. Obviously, that's going to require a team of the season. So it's a best option to easily obtain team of the seasons without having to obviously pack them. I don't mind that too much. But that's the only use for that card, personally. I don't see any other reason to need or use that card, which also then shows it's not a very good SBC, let's be real. In terms of everything else, now Joe Bellingham does fit the Specialist Evo, and it does make him look a much better card. Take him to 93 rated, 90 pace, 90 shooting, 82 passing, 82 dribbling, 87 defending, and 90 physical. Looks better for the sake of 25k. But still a little bit frustrating at the same time, you could say. In terms of everything else, I do just want to check out to see if we've got anything different, but I don't actually think there's any more on it. By the looks of things, yep, that is pretty much it. It is only going to come in at about 18k for the team season pick. However, I do actually think that it should only be that price, purely just because every team of the season is around 14k anyway. That's all that they'd be on the market, so EA have to make sure they're at the price, but thankfully they are. I did say about some decent pack pulls. Now, there will be the short video linked to this in a minute, but so far, team of the season for Premier League has been very good in terms of pack pulls for me. Gabriel, we obviously got yesterday along with Mateus Cunha. I'm actually quite liking both of these cards right now. 20 assists on this Cunha card as a cam, brilliant. And then I got super lucky last night in the packs that obviously I had saved that you might have saw. We did get Ryan Gravenberch. We also got Bruno Fernandes card in there. So overall, I'm going to say Premier League team of the season has gone very well. And it could probably end right here, right now. And I'd be fairly content with the pack pulls I've got. 4 team upgrades, pretty happy. We're not going to really get anything in terms of SBCs this week, in terms of like upgrades on my team especially. And we do have a guaranteed 92 plus Premier League team in the season pack. At least this is guaranteed for the Premier League team in the season. And also you get an 87 times 10 in there. For fodder, if these pay out, it might be worth it. Am I going to do it? No. Purely just because it's a lot of FC points to spend. I personally don't want to be spending that many coins on this game right now, or that many points. I think I've spent about £1,000 on the game, to be realistic with everyone. And yes, I'm pretty content with that because it's about a quarter of what I spent last year. But still, it's a lot of money that I don't want to keep adding on. So my 2,000 FC points will probably go into provisions and evos because it's more beneficial. And that's why I think EA are making most of their money right now. As we sort of open these packs, we'll kind of just finish off the topic of what everyone's talking about. But really, EA are probably making more in microtransactions from guaranteed content because people psychologically will go, okay, right, this is a guaranteed upgrade on a player in my team. That's going to be more beneficial to me. And I think with people opening packs, yes, EA have put like guaranteed cards in there, but that guaranteed team this season from the Premier League can be Milinkovic, Sells, Chris Ward, any of those cards. I didn't even read it, but it could be the likes of Tarkowski and Matoma and all of them. So it really doesn't work out beneficial for you to open it. But at the same time, if you get lucky and you get something good. I think the way that people have now seen packs as loot boxes, it's more accepted that you want guaranteed content, which is fine. And I think EA have done well in making sure we get guaranteed content. But that's where they're making the money. So that's why they don't care so much about these packs anymore. That's why they're pumping out Evos that are paid Evos, because EA know that that's where it's going to come. And season passes from now on will always be probably paid because they know people are going to pay an extra £10 every 40 days. They make probably £100 off everybody per year. And then all of a sudden, that adds up to multiple hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds for EA. They're sorted. But anyway, that's a rough discussion on it. I might end up doing a longer video discussing a lot of things down the line, but at the same time, I like to talk quite a bit, so we'll have to see how that goes. But to finish off with today, I did all those 84x7s and got absolutely nothing for them. So pack weight maybe isn't as strong as what we want it to be. Hopefully it is much better for you guys, and that's where we're going to leave it for today. I'm out. Peace.